Hey, what is going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We're playing some more Disco Elysium. We've got a list of things as long as our arm to do. We've got to explore the whirling secret passage, find out who's in the Union box, make a truce with Kuno, interview the Wind Pines reps, interview the Union boss, perform the field autopsy. The hangman's chest before arriving the cause of death need to be filled by 4 parts. Okay. Victims' tattoos. We need to try and figure out about the tattoos' meaning. We need to ask Kim to tell us about the case. We need to get the boots when Kim is in bed, I think. We need to find our gun and our badge. We need to understand the pissing competition between us and the other precinct. We got to find some money. The station didn't have any money for us. We got to find out who made the call for the crime and find some booze and drink it. I think we're going to head towards the body first of all. While we're doing that, let's have a quick chat with Kim.
Yes.
Having trouble processing it, believing it. Okay, forget it. Fine. Great. We're not going to get to the bottom of the whole pissing competition. Okay, let's go and try. Okay, the right man lies on the side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. Then adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. What exactly is a field autopsy? Pulls on a pair of latex gloves. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done them 100 times. What you do know? What you do know is that the 18.9 km is the dormant shield volcano, the world's highest summit. What is a field autopsy? You have no idea. But I thought we succeeded. How do we not know what a field autopsy is when we succeed and we've got an encyclopedic knowledge? Why don't you know what you say? You actually appears I've forgotten what field autopsy is. Clap your glove hands. Let's get in there. Who's the Copperpedia? Okay, I'm the Copperpedia. Actually, it appears I've forgotten what I find. Lieutenant size. 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by detectives responsible. One takes notes, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death. Do we need a scalpel for it? Scalpel is not always required. Latex gloves are. Have your gloves. Okay. It's really time for everything, even for the yellow gardening gloves. He nods approvingly. However, we're lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in a limited capacity. Alright. I'll ask you what I need you to do for the most part, but maybe I should handle the contact so you take the notes. Okay, where should I take the notes? Your paperwork, officer. I think I've lost my paperwork. Now they only have the one paperwork too. Officer, what haven't you lost? I haven't lost my disco trousers, look at your pants. I haven't lost my satin shirt, smell your armpits. I haven't lost my trusty blazer. I have my shoes, I have both of them. Found the other one too. My shoes. Okay. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several actually. Let's work off yours for now. Okay. Hand you his notebook and his pen. Open the notebook in the field autopsy form. Tell me who you are, dead man. That's still not going to work for us, I don't think. Try to remove the dead man's boots. Take a peek at Kim's notes. Okay. Let's go to the form. I love the above the 11 field form. Needs filling out first. It begins with begin 1 assistant. Let's jump ahead to part 3. Let's begin. That's you. Only first question and answered already. Sorry, and already I don't know the answer. Leave it empty. The corpse lies there indifferent on your retrograde amnesia. The box says Coroner case number. Write it down. Okay. Next. Name. NA. Next. Date of birth. NA. Next. Age. The man corrects his glasses. Roughly around 50. Okay. Try 40. I'm going to write down 42. He nods. 6. Race. Mondial. That's olive skin. I'd say that the Isla of Mundi. As vague as it gets. Okay. We might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other. Sex. Fucky fucky. Little monster exclaims energetically. Male. Pigs are going to have sex. Right, fucky fucky. This game. Nor does he look male with a pregnant belly and indistinguishable face. Date of death. Okay. What else? He looks over his shoulder. Body identified is non-applicable. Case number is the same as the coroner's case. Hangman is motionless with the cargo bag around his neck. Only one box remains. Evidence of treatment. None, not at least for the internal examination. What exactly is treatment anyway? Interfering with the body's positional wounds post-mortem. Didn't the body look like he was carried over? Then say they have to incapacitate and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dock workers. Placed his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation. Composure. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. Stations of the breath. Religious in nature. Hold out for pre-Delorean burial rites. We should start the post-mortem. Turn the page. The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on its chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A figure of boxers on the list of red copier paper tries to answer why. External examination summary. Clothes. He begins. The deceased wears armoured boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babardine, I think. Let's see. He turns the body onto its side and checks the underwear label. See? It's happening. Yes, Barbadine. Inexpensive. Colour, size medium, colour white. The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting to see something more lurid. The boots are ceramic. They're fused in the skin from blood flowing down post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. It'd be clever of you to omit the boots if you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to. We have deserved them more than anyone else. I'm going to write it down. We're not going to steal the man's boots. I'm sorry. Tattoos. He stands up, feet planted either side of the body. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. Write it down. The deceased has a belt airlifting cargo around its neck. Hangman knot colour yellow, length 3 meters. There's a buckle on the other end. Write it down. Using measuring tape. 1.8 meters and age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature is below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. He kneels to get a better look. The deceased has male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back short. I don't need to touch his hair. It's fine. Vivacity is consistent with hanging. Head congested contusions are present on the head, chest and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity. Fucking low velocity. Chink chunk. The kid explodes. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity. The lieutenant pays no heed. In addition to the bite marks on face, scalp and chest consistent with predation. Each mark, the lieutenant produces a small folding fork with other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious that the material cannot be cut. Steel wiring, he concedes. Breathless. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get the ligature mark. You got just the right tool for that, the chain cutters. Always good to think ahead. Need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below carefully. Okay. Pig's a boring fuck. Okay. Look for a good spot to cut. The whole circumference of the neck, swelling on the edges, the white red rising from yeast. The knot is a weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. Here we go. Yes, nice. With some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot, tying the belt together. You squeeze it in the rubber handles, sweat forming from your brow. You press down, you gain 5 experience. Snap, the knot is slashed, another cut, and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck. Okay. Running his finger along the dark red groove until there is a gap. The rope rises to the point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. Suspension point is the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin above and below the ligature mark, as well as pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 to 1.5 meters. Chest is intact. He pushes down on it. Normal contour, abdomen protuberant. Pelvis intact, genitalia. He pulls down the man's underpants. Now it's going to happen. I fucking knew it. Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Fine. The dead man's penis is average size, congested with a downward collection of blood. There's an uneven length hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish, marbling in the present around the crotch. Write it down and move on. Back is symmetrical and intact. He struggles to turn the corpse onto its side. Upper and lower extremities are intact. But asymmetrical. There is combat injuries of the right hand and hip. In addition, I see smaller residual scars, too numerous to count, covering 30% of his skin. From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, this person's accumulation indicates long and active combat duty. He nods, and we have a real museum here of battles, wars. Okay. Last item, hands. He takes the man's right hand and inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. Pick up the hand. Hand feels heavy, filled with decay liquids, like it's ready to explode. If squeezed hard enough, you suddenly repulsed. So much so you're compelled to drop it. Hands are clean, the lieutenant says, as 5 cold sausages-like fingers slip from your hand. No sign of injury from struggling. Are we expecting any? I was. Maybe it's just not seen. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, the stench is making it hard for me to do anything at the moment. He turns to his side and breathes. It's not enough. He buries his face in the sleeve of his jacket. You hear a muffled voice. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Internal. Description of injuries. Take a peek at Kim's notes. In a moment, as the lieutenant inspects the dead man's fingernails, at just a few glances at the page, they're filled with bulky freehand. Still, you can make out with a case with a curious title, The Man with the Hole in His Head. Maybe you're just imagining it, but there's some remarks in here that are not all negative. We refer to the 41st by a station number and what? And the 41st comes off as a moderately competent detective. Okay. Description of injuries. Right, we can't continue before we've done through the internal. Makes sense. Central nervous system, he says, and then concludes abruptly. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system? Centralization. Of course, there's a moral is drawn from it. A moral to this story. Nope, we're writing nothing. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. He gets close to the swollen mouth hole, eyes squinting from the fumes. Not injury related. Eyes and tongues protuberant. Hyroid bone. Let's see. His eyes almost closed. The lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's mouth throat and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down the lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh like a creaking of an old house at night. Yeah, jack that fucker off. Hyroid bone is fractured, he says after a while. The rest of the musculoskeletal system seems intact, unremarkable. Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. Respiratory system, he stops to exert more force. Both hands are used. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after combat wounds. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in the muscus of the lips and mouth. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there, sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. I'm about to throw up again, straight in the mouth of his. Oh, come on! Oh, once you taste the stomach acid in the back of your throat, a contraction, the throat pumps a little. Forced to swallow just to keep looking. Inside you see darkness, just a mess of meat and darkness. Lieutenant lets go of the jaw. Mouth snapped shut before you, hemorrhaging present in mucus. Repeats impatiently. Write it down. Okay. I'm almost dead. Let's recover some health. We don't want to be caught short. Okay. He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. Means liver and biliary, gallbladder and bile ducts. I don't think so. Neither am I. That's it. That's it. Same for toxicology, both. You untapped reservoir of knowledge there. You do make obscure trivia on tidbits. No. Okay. Completionist in me wonders if there's something we do like toxicology screening. He looks at the monster. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything. Okay. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity, blood and gabbard in the hands, feet and neck. Okay. Gastrointestinal. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. It's the last field of the list. He looks around to the ground, pool of feces there. This will do. He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly and says, digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. Write it down and keep the voila. Nice. What's next on the list? Description of injuries. Okay. Let's keep going. God, this is like proper police work. I'm struggling. Okay, let's see. He tilts his head. We have bite marks, contusions on the head, chest, and ligature marks encircling the neck. You need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Be thorough if you want maximum results. Bite marks. He nods. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Okay. And your opinion, officer? Beneath the description of the 2 boxes. Okay. Non-fatal. Agree. Next injury. Contusions. So the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the an early inflammatory response. And the purpose of the screen is confessed to causing its post-mortem at maximum fucking velocity, fucko. Write it down. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest. There are countless stones to have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of the injuries, 2 boxes. Non-fatal post-mortem. Right, next. Ligature mark. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck with a gap of the nape measuring, say, 7 meters. Hypobone is fractured and the cervical column intact. See hemorrhaging on the skin above and below. Depth of the mark 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing at the neck. Below the note, 2 customary boxes wanted to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side, awaiting your judgment. The ring around his neck visible. Think for a moment. There's no time to rush. Opinion: fatal injury. I don't know. That's it. He cracks an uneasy smile. With established cause of death. Not much. It's not much, but it leaves much to be questioned, but it's a start. We did a post-mortem. We leveled up. Sorry, a field autopsy. With the best, he produces a small black plastic roll from his jacket. Body bag. Let's wrap this up. Pronounce this field autopsy over. How did it go? Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that was the goal of an autopsy. Also required toxicology screening. It was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we're lucky. What else? Ran off with a list of injuries to describe them in detail. What was there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional or field autopsy. What now? Give him his book back. Send victim's body to processing. Now he pockets it. Now we have to put him in a body bag and drive him to the Fulberg for processing. Santa looks at the dead man one more time, and then at his notebook at the corpse again. Tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. Tell me who you are, dead man. Oh, God. Try to remove his boots. Let's bag him and take him away. I mean, 28% seems low. We failed. The lips of the corpse are swollen. They are also silent. Okay. This one seems a bit pointless. Okay, we don't want his boots. I've decided we're not going to go for his boots. Okay, unrolls the plastic. Need a little help for carrying him to the holding of the kinema. Okay, there you go. There goes those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime. Then what? It's too late to take him to processing today. Oh, they'll take him first thing tomorrow. There's a plastic bag over the man's face. They corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Okay, we did it. We did an autopsy. Probably badly, but we did an autopsy. And that's all that matters. Okay. Isn't that going to make his car smell? Are those bags smell proof? I don't know how it works, really. Okay. So we've got level up. We've got a level up to level up. What are we thinking? Do we want to boost some of these? Should we go some more of these? I don't know how this helps us solve Deduce the World. That one feels pretty good. I'm tempted with this. I'm also tempted with this. I feel like we should boost one of these. Just keep going with it. Let's go with Rhetoric. Okay. Fine.
Yes?
Now I want to know more about the pissing competition. What's this say? It's just stupidity. What kind of stupidity? The cop kind. Our precincts just can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbour, yours or mine. Some of our own parts of the city, typical street gang mentality. We've let the union make a mockery of our law enforcement, and now it's come to its natural conclusion. Sort of. It's a matter of who gets to police it, and who has to. Okay. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. They were quite brouhaha at there was quite the brouhaha. The 57th, I can tell you that. He leans in. I assure you, this is not the finest or toughest. With 102 cases solved, what I am is at least interested in a pissing competition. So I volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says cases solved, the other says confirmed kills. Close your eyes. The rows are endless. Look for precinct 41. Special consultant, what's with his name? And the rows degrade into the green nothingness. For some reason I thought you had 104 solved cases. Well, no, it says about me, I was sent. It's all a master plan, you see. Only be one conclusion. I am the finest case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way. Probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm going to leave what I was sent unspecified. Silence carries. For some reason I thought you... What's so special? Let's go with what's so special. Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. Okay. Okay, we found out about that. Is there anything else? That's all for now. I think we're done here. Okay. So now what do we do? Let's have a little look around our surroundings, because we haven't actually done that. Okay, there was an earthquake, maybe. We could sit down on the bench. Unoperative viewer being banged up, inoperable. Some streets and a tree over here and a bin. And the sea. Better watch your mouth around me, boy. Okay, that's things I've seen, hick, and said. We gained a plastic bag. Oh, that means we can pick up plastic and stuff, doesn't it? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Okay, what's this over here? Let's take the money, yes. You would think that that dude would have come over here and found this money himself. Just can't help yourself, can you, mate? There's something over here, wasn't there? Okay. Batter of bullet holes lines the walls. Look closer first. The fading marks are too degraded and drawn any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. Where? He looks around, points at chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops, we should solve this. They're old. Oh, okay then. Focus on present crimes. Fine, you win. Let's go. So I think we should, I don't know where we should go. There's a north roundabout. What's this one? Okay, I think we go back this way. Maybe. We got a plastic bag. Oh, cool. We can hold the plastic bag. Dynamic, forceful manner. Equipped to collect tear from the streets. Okay. Let's keep wandering around then, I guess, and see what else we can find. There's a person down here. 2 people down here. Let's I'll talk to them. I'm going to stand right in the way of their bowls.
It doesn't need to be a struggle.
Covers his mouth to hide a bird.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old Rene first.
Angry old Rene, my personal favourite of the Renes. You are the angriest person I know, Rene. Oh, we're going to wander back down
Have
here.
you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape?
Rene, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
Let's just try to enjoy the game. This is one, says this one still
I
doing
am
a
trying
sandwich.
to,
Holy
but
crap.
you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions. Never. Oh, you got this. How do I coordination? Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Oh my god. What's just happened? Oh god. Feel the ball. Cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight and nervous system calibrating. Take in the surroundings. After your hair, you stand there, feet firmly planted, all sound, smells, even the wind, everything fades. Who am I? Room of pure motion. Find locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Let it go. Here we go. Why do I get the horrible feeling we're throwing this miles? we shot put at it. Mad, the old soldier yells in outrage. Whole house full of shit. Okay, a whole house of shit. It wasn't a whole house of shit. The shot was at least 23, probably 24 and then something. Nothing to be embarrassed about. What the hell is your problem? Not weak triceps, that's for sure. You don't get to ruin someone's game just for the goddamn so disrespectful. Wait, what? Vandalizes our game, son. Tries to calm himself. No, we are not good, god damn it. Aveno's forehead is bulging alarmingly. We want our ball back. Take it easy, Rene, the jolly one tries to defuse the situation. Just a misunderstanding, isn't it? Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. Where was the goddamn ball? Fine example you are setting here today, he says slowly, shaking his head. It's okay, I've also forgotten completely. It was my ball. I have a spare. Just another ball from his pocket. Everything's good. We're ready to insist in any way we can. The lieutenant says nothing, but his face is rigid. It seems he doesn't approve of your athletic displays. Do you know anything about the man hanged at the back of the whirling in rags? Unfortunately, I don't, he shrugs. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. Most of the locals? Union is law, so you really can't blame them. You don't have a problem with cops. Cop is a pejorative term. We have a problem with policemen. I don't have a problem with policemen on the country. He doesn't know about crime. He spent your time is better spent discussing politics. What about police women? Confident they are indispensable in regard to all paperwork and administrative duties. Wow. There are no RCM women. Yep, we'll go with that one. We must agree the nature of the infinite wisdom has made men more fit to perform certain more challenging tasks. Really, officer? He smirks. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea, but the real-life primal roles prevail. Seem to be playing in a crater. Yes, the man nods. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Does it have anything to do with the bullet holes that we've been seeing around? Yes, he replies. Left by heavy artillery fire. But why? Why what? Why was the artillery used? It's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leader, and turn your capital into slaughterhouse. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Did we use artillery fire against them? Sadly, no. It's just Varney's brought them to their knees. We thought valiantly, too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty like they did. With their suicide sex cult propaganda. Strapped with shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. It was probably a bit more complicated than that. This place is damn beachhead, sorry. He says, pointing to the bay. He did it first to soften up. Okay. Beachhead. Yes. He nods, inspecting you with some disdain. Okay. The landing point. Oh man, we're learning a lot about the war. Okay. This here is blood ground. The coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned the rabid dogs. Okay. Blood ground. The other one shakes his head. Got already going. Oh god. All the war damage. Damn right, son. Okay. The city got cleaned up, but Martinez is a bit like the monument. A dark shadow runs across his face. Running down fault, the jolly man marks. You were the coalition radical. Whoever you want to blame. Never finish the job. Truly understand the players on the table. Okay. I think men have opinions. On these things. Present ones. Nothing. I don't think I just do. I can't keep going on about this war. I've got other things to do. Oh God. I'm sure this is in some way important, but some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this William abandoned him. The king, he's everyone forgotten already. Holy crap. Thank you for your time. I can't carry on with this, I'm afraid. Let's walk right through the middle of their bowling game. Their bowling game. A game of bowls. Oh, there's a bottle, so we can pick these up and we can claim money for them. I think that's what I read. Yes. Okay. What's this over here? Oh, we can sit on the bench. I don't think we want to. What is this over here? Enormous bowls worthy of a real man. Oh, there's bowls. Let's get the bowls. Come on. Yes, I don't know where I'm supposed to take this, but we are collecting. I mean, it's like essentially it's just money. Okay, there's a dude over here. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tommy Lahom. Simple little cadence. He seems to be making up as he goes.
Hey there.
I am the law.
It's the jam, my man.
Motions towards a sprawl of lorries. A sweeping gesture. The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals, and other products. You can almost taste it. What's the jam?
Traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
This is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. It's a barely suppressed performative streak. Okay. Dig your style, man.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Something more about the strike. It's like whatever's going on, the docks workers got a blockade set up, making demands no way on or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff I hear. Like a giant new power crane, half the company, I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard there's talk of a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type. Okay. From the Wild Pines, he takes a note. We'll meet her soon, enough I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? To keep that money flowing in. My man makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I know? He thinks that there really isn't any area of my expertise. Okay. Us lorry drivers, a few still hang around waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. Not that I blame them really, not you. Not my thing, chasing transient pleasures. For drag these days, I prefer the examined life now. Okay. What are you hauling anyway? Legal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. You're under arrest. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Ah, no, I'm joking. That's clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods and known tracksuits, that kind of thing. Nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you. Rockin' Beauty, he points to the lorry with his thumb. It's like a rash, can't get rid of her. A motor lorry called a Camion on Caliu, neighbouring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of FALN rust bucket. Good eye, my man. Which is an old one, but reliable. Okay. Could I get a tracksuit you're hauling? Repels and all, but I couldn't freely hand out merchandise. Nothing illegal then. I have another question. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Humanox covers the truck. Old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island pointing towards the sea. Numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? So a plaque on the statue pencil reads, I am Philip III, squanderer of the greatest Philippian kings. Revocable son of Philip II. Okay. Philip IV the Insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations of the king's chest piece. Some great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the Carius around where the heart is. A bullet. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting. Okay, he cleans his glasses before looking up. I can see it. I can't see it, but I'll take your word for it. Marnay's bullet, riddled with bullet holes. The place is a lot of action. So maybe a joke, target practice, or a political statement. Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't uncommon here. Maybe that was my gun. What did this king do? Oh, he did it. Even by the standards of the filming kings, old sumptuous Philippe. Okay. He blew through the whole national treasury. Okay. Shadowed the fall of monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution. How did he manage to blow through the whole entire treasury? He had his bedroom converted to a treasure chamber, which are unfathomable wealth. Called it the solarium, and it's obscene. It was supposed to be slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obsessed dragon. There's no way that's true. But wait, you haven't even heard about the fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philip wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury, gold and ceremonial weapons. He's a prestigious snorter of nose candy. Where is he buried now? Down to the statue. Okay, the original was blown apart. Okay, this is everything the case. In landing may have ultimately saved the statue. Okay, who restored the monument? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals. Okay, the statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. It's pretty cool, to be fair. I really don't get art. Even the people who aren't these. Critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism. But you can say what's precisely. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look in some of these things. Oh. We completed our long way home. We figured out where we live. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Square Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. Frozen Eyes at the centre of the district, then past the video rental store on the corner. There at the end of the street, lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. So are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have for now. Okay, so our perception has increased. Speed gives 1 sigh. Okay. So we got other things to add. None of them particularly exciting. Can I forget some of these? I think I can. Okay. Okay, let's come over here. Because there was a box over here I want to try and open. Look at this. White tank top. I could put on said white tank top. I don't think I will, but I could. Okay. What we got over here? We're up to $12, everybody. Pale driver. The small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. The girl is clutching her hand. Photo is an ambrotype from the turn of the century. Snap your fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Is it? Is it better to... Okay. Right. Oh, another bottle. Let's pick it up. We're going to be loaded by the end of this. Foreign car kept in good condition. Stras Rashko. Who drives these? Not many people outside the garage. Hey, Kim, check this out. Not only the motor carriage is typically baby blue. What happened last time? Street painted like this. Muddy Brown murdered the driver on the spot. So it was an honour killing. Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest. Okay. The problem with this game, as much as I'm enjoying it, the problem with this game is I don't know how much of this we have to take on board and how much we can kind of let slide. And I guess that's part of it, is that this is all about this car. Could a hangman, could be another murderer. He gave you a crooked smile. You should really ask me to brief you on the case. Right now I'm going to go ahead and guess the two aren't related. Okay, we're going to carry on because I get the feeling some of this is just here to waste our time, and you can see time ticks down. Okay, here we go. Let's go over here and collect this as well. And let's have a little look at this. Okay, so I think this is where we can sell our bottles and stuff. Okay, let's come talk to this dude who's standing here by himself.
Welcome to Revachol.
Great. Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed at Kim.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell
It's
him.
men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here.
You tell
But I
him,
should
Kim.
watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Now's your moment to shine. Fucking hey, Kim, I've got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Okay. Antonio hails and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
Okay, let's see what we've got to say. Smells of heavy motor oil and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, Astro Whites. Sort of there, sorting out the races he spits on the ground. Not the most popular topic nowadays with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. Bury your head under the sand like common sheep. Just with his cigarette for emphasis. The science of racial theory has been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at Kim. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Yeah, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. You noticed something different lately. Unfortunate downturn maybe. Okay, and concerns you, the police should be vigilant. I wonder what this was, people talking in the background. Cultural victory. Keep to the boogie street you're going for, right under the noses. Okay. Aha. It's true, he pushes on. You also realise the dangers of mixing races. Might happen if people don't stay to their birthplace. Might end up with a new sub-race with unknown characteristics leading to extra competition. Oh my god. Okay. I'm done. Not a lot of moral fibre on this one yet. What are you hauling? Got some cargo, but dock workers on strike. How long has this been going on? A while, a month, 2 months maybe. What kind of cargo you're supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Apples? Yeah, apples. Right, let's go in the shop. I'm not going home. But ruin it for everybody. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's go over here. Hello, roses. One bottle, 10 cents. Sell your bottles. We gain 70 cents. Wicked. You're going to be rich in no time. Some cabinet on the walls filled with various medicines, bottles, nasal sprays, blister packs. We should get another one of these. First of all, we should definitely do that. We need some cigarettes. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. Not right now. We'll be back here later to buy some booze. I think we should probably speak to this. What's this in here? Steal a raincoat. I want a raincoat. Do I want a raincoat? We don't want a raincoat for now. Let's talk to this lady.
Welcome to Fripp. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine. What's the magazine she's reading?
You mean this?
A boasting colourful picture of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got like famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Police still on mode. I approve of this. Very futuristic. What's with the fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the most stylish guy in there right now, and does he look like this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, come on now.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay, I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Does Fred have a warehouse in the back of the whirling rigs? I don't know, maybe it... I don't really care. This is important. Doesn't have a warehouse, just a little back room here. Okay. Actually turns back to the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the body? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know where it is. You know the man who died? Not really. Does that mean you know him? No, I didn't know him at all. What do you think happened? I don't know. I need to worry. The lieutenant's voice is soothing. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks for all of your help. You really helped me out here. We should probably put some of these things away if we don't need them right now. Okay. And I think we're going to put a cut in here. We've got the body down. We've done the autopsy. We're now making our way to the Union. It's getting late, that being said. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is getting late. We should come and talk to these people. And see if we can make sense of this. But we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.